Today, I want to talk about my brothers, the minorities, and I want to tell you my wishes that I wish I was a minority. Um, in Syria, 80% of the people are Sunni Muslims. We have the rest 20% are separated between Durzi, between Christians, Alawites, and other minorities. We have so many minorities that maybe people didn't hear about. And these days, when you open the media, all the corporate media, because the European Union, America, all the countries, everyone is talking about minorities, protecting minorities, protecting minorities. Oh my God. Okay, I am with protecting minorities, and I am with that all the minorities have their rights. I don't want anyone to be oppressed. Isn't it enough? We were oppressed for 60 years. It's enough, I think. But in Syria, the majority were the ones mostly oppressed because we had a minority ruler. He was an Alawite. He was oppressing everyone. He wanted to oppress everyone, but because luckily for our misfortune, 90% of the people he wanted to oppress are Muslim Sunnis. So we were the ones mostly oppressed. We Sunnis are the people who were killed in the revolution. Our cities, our towns were the ones bombed. Our people are the ones in jails. Our bodies are the ones that found until now. Most of them are Sunni Muslims. Yes, there was opposition. Durzi people, they opposed the regime. Yes, but he was afraid to bomb their towns because everyone will talk about minorities because the regime was so sneaky that he knows no one cares about Arab Muslims. No one cares about Sunnis. When we are bombed, no one talk about it. I will give you a simple example. There is a minority, so small minority that being bombed day and night until now, the world is gonna watch them extinct. They are the people in Gaza. They are Arab, Sunni. No one care about that. No government is saying anything about that. And yesterday, the German foreign minister is coming to Syria. The French foreign minister also is coming to Syria to talk about minorities. This is their main concern. What about that? You are supporting one of the strongest army in the world to kill a small town called Gaza. What about those? Why we Sunni people have to protect the minorities in Syria when you are supporting a minority that are the Israelis to kill the majority around them? It's there's no words to describe that. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I'm a guy. My grandmother is Christian. I don't consider myself someone who I'm the majority, I should rule the other people. No, we don't care. They make you feel that we made the revolution to gather all the minorities and start torturing them. Why would we do that? We were oppressed. Now we want to have freedom and we want everyone else to be free because we are tired of it. We are tired of war. We are tired of seeing people getting killed. We are tired of people not being able to talk their mind. We want everyone to be free with us. They make you think that we made this so we can oppress the minorities. Like, what are we gonna make them kebab? We're gonna gather the Alawites and make them shawarma. They won't be tasty. They drink mate tea every day. Christians, what are we gonna do? Kebab? It's so hard to make them kebab. It's you have to to roast them for so long. We don't like human meat. We prefer sheep in Syria. We prefer lamb. So stop this silliness. It's like we had a prime minister that is Christian. We had leaders in Syria, in all of our history, we had leaders from minorities. We had Saleh Ali, he's Alawite. We had Sultan Bashar al-Atrash. I'm saying names for you that you can Google. It is not. I'm not inventing these names. We have Sultan Bashar al-Atrash. Who was the leader of, we call it the biggest Arabic revolution. He was Durz. He was the leader of the revolution against the French that were occupying our country in the name of protecting minorities. It's okay for the West to kill all the majority to protect the minority. But when you leave, we have a history between the time that I think it was 1948 when the French left from Syria, the French occupation, until 1960. Yeah, this time Syria was in its the prosperity. Was everyone talk about that time. My grandfathers used to talk about that time, that was the time that everyone was happy. That was the time when Sunni people ruled. And minorities flourished in that time. And you want to talk about how Sunnis are against minorities? Assad was minority. His father was minority. They are Alawites. They are not a minority. They are minority of the minority. They are so less. They are not like even Christians. They are not like those have major cities. Like there's a major city and the towns around it that are for Durzi people. Alawites are not like that. They don't even have a major city that they can call this is an Alawite city. They are less. I'm not saying they are less people. I'm the numbers. And we had a president like that, but unfortunately, he was a dictator. But people wouldn't like against it because he's a minority. No, we are not against that. But it makes you feel that I'm a Sunni. No one is talking about my rights. But I was the one tortured. I was the one oppressed. I was the one suffering all this time. Why no one is worried about that? Why everyone is just worried about what are you going to do with the minorities? Leave us with the minorities. Leave us alone with the minorities. And trust me, they will be happy without you. Because these governments doesn't talk about supporting minorities. They don't care. There is Christians in Gaza. Why they didn't care about them? There's Christians in Palestine. They are oppressed by Israel. But when it comes to Israel, they can do whatever they want because they are minority. It's disgusting. This is disgusting. And now the plan is that they want to include minorities in the government. Okay, I'm with it. I don't want the government to be from one color. Like, if there's a great man who can be a minister, he's the best who can be the minister of economy. Yeah, why not? It doesn't matter what is his religion. If he's good in this job, yes, but don't make it rule. Why? Because this is against you. Because if we want to talk about make it shares, if there is 100 people working, ministers and government officers, 180 from them, they would be Muslim Sunnis. Because we are 80%. Kurds, they are Muslim Sunnis. Unfortunately for you. In religion, they are not a minority, they are from the majority. Yeah. In ethnicity, Kurds are more than Alawites. Kurds are more than Christians in Syria. It's complicated, so just leave us alone. We know how to deal with it. But the disgusting thing is that it's not about minorities. They want control. They want, like, you can read history, how they were controlling the Ottoman Empire in the last days of the Ottoman Empire by the name of protecting minorities. Then, after the Ottoman Empire fell, they came to rule Syria. They occupying Syria. They occupied Palestine. The English occupied Palestine. The French occupied Syria. The English, like, they shared it. Why? For minorities. And then what did we get from that? We got Israel. We got separated. They made shares that each country is taking it. It's like you occupied us for minorities and you didn't protect them. No. Because if you protected them, they wouldn't fight against you. So they want to repeat history again. And now While I'm saying this, the biggest, most important problem in the world that Ahmed Shara didn't shake the hands of the German foreign minister. He don't want to. He don't want to. You go to a Jew that is religious, he wouldn't shake a woman's hand. It happened. Yes. Also a German minister or something from the health department, I think. She came and the health department leader, officer in Israel is Jewish. I mean like religious Jews. And he didn't shake her hand. So what? It's about him. It's his religion. Leave us alone. We can't practice our religion because we are the majority. This is disgusting. So if I go to America, those white people, they are disgusting. They shouldn't do what they want because they are the majority. They should be oppressed. So the black people, the Latins, the Asians, the Arabs, and all the minorities flourish. So we should oppress the majority. This is the way they want us to be, but they don't apply it on themselves. For you, everyone should be equal. But in Syria, no, no. Everyone shouldn't be equal because there is minorities. Minorities should have rights that the majority doesn't have. Just leave us alone. We have a very long history. We are a country before America. We are a civilization before Europe discovered fire. Leave us alone. If you don't know Syria, just Google it. Just Google it. It's so simple. Google Syria. Or you don't even have to write Syria. Write the cradle of civilization. Syria will come up. And since the dawn of history, there is so many religions in Syria, so many ethnicities in Syria, and most of them are still existing there. It means when the majority is ruling, when a bigger group of people ruling, they don't go just to destroy the others for no reason. Because we love it. We are not like that. And listen, I'm not talking to you from the point that I'm Muslim Sunni. I don't pray. I forgot how to pray. I don't mesmerize anything from Quran. I'm not religious. I'm a guy who I remember Metallica's lyrics more than anything in the world. But just be fair. I just ask for fairness. We suffered all this time, and now it's our time to rule the country. The people, I'm not talking about Sunni, Syrians, it's their time to rule their country. So just leave us alone. Let us rest. It's our culture, it's our society. We are like this, and it's not up to you to decide it's right or wrong. If we are happy about it, we don't actually care if you are happy about it or not. We are this people, and we don't have to change for anyone. These days, even Syrians are afraid to talk about minorities. If you go to groups on social media and write anything about as a Syrian, I said the same things today, that I wrote a post that I wish I was a minority so people will care about my needs, people will care about my safety and about my comfort. Because everyone seems to talk about minority and they forget about the majority. And it's not a majority for 55 against 49. No, it's 80% majority. But no one cares about those. Those who lost their children, who lost their parents, who lost their families. No one cares about them. They care about minorities who, because Assad was afraid of this file that he don't want to touch minorities, he didn't kill them. He killed people from minorities, but he didn't kill them like bombing like he did to Sunni towns and cities. That's why they didn't die. But there was Christians in jail, there was Alawites in jail who opposed the regime. Yeah, he didn't care about that. And now everyone is against us. Everyone want to ruin they want to ride. They want to ride the revolution. They want to ride our achievement to do whatever they want. And I'm sorry, I lost the train of thought. Talking about the social media. When I wrote this, the post was deleted. Why? Because they fear that a foreigner will see it and they will think we are racist, we are just like secular, and we are talking about religion, and we are against minorities. I'm not against minorities. I'm not. Why would I be against? My grandmother is Christian. She's not even another sector from Islam. My father's cousins are Christians. I would want them to be hurted. No one wants that. Now I'm waiting for a call that the man that I used to work with, please reopen the company. I wanna go back to Syria and work there because he was one of the best people I've ever met. He's Christian. We are not like that, but they make you feel afraid to talk about it because you are a majority, and when you are a majority you should shut up and let us take care and protect the minority. But this have a price, that you are oppressing now the majority. And this revolution, 90% of it is the achievement of the minorities, because we are the ones who lost most of the blood. Our children were the ones in jail. So just leave us alone. We know how to deal with it. Okay? Just ask before you talk. Just ask. You don't want to talk with people? Google it. Google the Syrian history and how minorities were treated in Syria. Just this small area, time period between when the French left or during the French occupation of Syria until 1960, when the coup happened, the Ba'ath coup happened. Just read about that time and see how we were living. Thank you.